Oh, I love it. It appears we're making the neighbors mad. That's just too bad for them. We'll just go ahead and take care of a couple of these things and not really worry about it. Maybe we'll put a little bit more defense up over here. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. I have been mildly busy doing a couple of things here and there, and I think it's probably about time we, started recording a little bit of stuff. So I've just been doing some basic, just catching up and trying to get the reds, greens, and blues down to the point where they don't actually, are kind of in our way anymore. So what's really interesting and what we need to kind of think about here and talk about is the fact that this is one of the major changes for Space Age, is the fact that the rocket silo has been moved to blue science, meaning you're going to be getting into this fairly quickly. It's going to be before, for that matter, yellow science. I mean, you can do them both at the same time, sure. But that's an interesting thing because that's the only way, and this is the really kind of spooky spot. Once you get past here, the only way we're going to get a lot of the good stuff that we're used to getting, it's been moved behind white science or space science. That includes some of the rocket shooting speeds, robot follower count, and of course, the logistics system for the robots. So our next biggest goal here, once we get a couple of other things done and a couple of other things built today, is going to be moving towards space science. I know it's kind of like, well, wait, really? You're going to go right that quick into it? Yes, because I can't live without these. And, I mean, it is one of those kinds of deals. I can live with robots. We're going to have robots by the end of the day so that they can start helping us build some things and take care of things. And, there we go. Technology sheet production science pack. We can start making those now. Anyhow, I have been mildly busy doing a couple of little things, mainly just, blowing out as many of the sciences as we possibly can, and to include some of the robot follower counts and some productivity things and whatnot. And I am so looking forward for these elevated rails. That might be the first thing I go ahead and do. If it's, just go ahead and get those set up too as well, just to see what those are like. But we have been, chewing through our resources. This patch is about done. This patch, I've been trying to get rid of it for a while. We went ahead and kind of auto-crafted a couple of the smaller base modules. I usually don't get into modules until at least module 2s, but given how they've locked certain modules behind, as stated right here, once again, if you look at the next layer of module, they're locked behind space science. And then the next module after that is locked behind metallurgic science pack, and I'm pretty certain this one's ugly. So all I'm really hate to say is trying to do is get through the base game reasonably quickly so that we can start playing with the fun stuff that is the new stuff. But anyhow, like I said, we've kind of chewed through a few things. I've changed a couple of things around once again, added in some reasonable smelting now so that we can actually get a few things done. I pulled an entire belt of, pretty much a belt of iron ore, and I need to go down there and clean a few things up, and I threw a few of those guys down there. But I ran that all the way up into here so that we can have a reasonable amount of iron smelting. We are now hauling in a small amount, I should say small amount, it's not a terrible amount, a reasonable amount of stuff from out here, doing a little bit of mining, and yeah, they're already chewed through some of that stuff, but we've got a couple of more trains going. This was just down and dirty trying to get some stuff going because I was starting to realize that I was running very much out of things. And yes, our power is still reasonably stable, so let's get out of here, go in this, and go back to base. We need to go ahead and set up the oil processing to do the full-on thing, the whole efficient process, not just the petroleum gas that we've got going. But yeah, we definitely need to start work. Don't hit it, dang it. God, I love how you can drive over those, but you can't drive over these. Whatever, it's okay. So what we're gonna do, first thing is we need to go ahead and build some processing for this. We need to take this to this. So for right now, I'm going to do that, and then we're going to go over here. I probably just lost some things. I did go ahead and build in a kind of a crappy little parking lot for this so that we can go ahead and stuff maybe a couple of more oil trains behind this. And what I want to do right in here is we're going to do the after processing for this. So in order to make bots, we need to be able to make heavy oil into lubricant, and I'm hopefully we can do all that right down in here. If not, I'll be doing it elsewise. But I do have all this spare space. We're going to build a bunch of the necessary after processing later. And I did go ahead and make a little bit of solid fuel. We're going to have to get right straight into making rocket fuel, because once we get low density structures done, I did go and lock that. Oh, where are they? Production science. It's going to be the same old thing. Rails, electronic furnaces, and productivity modules. We could probably start doing some of that right now. And it's not amazing, but we could. There's not a whole lot in there I really want, other than something to make us run a little bit faster. Oh yeah, and I researched and built the tank. These things are so good now because they have a grid, so you can put batteries and solar panels and the generators and lasers and shields and all kinds of fun things in tanks now. So it's excellent fun, good times. Anyhow, I need to go grab some chemical plants. I need more than what I've got on us, and then we need to go lay down a bunch of stuff. Low density structures. Don't hit the pipes, dang it. Done. Okay, cool. Alright, so first thing we're going to need to worry about, I'm going to go ahead and set all this processing up beforehand, is we need to work on, I don't recall if I've got it in here. It's either going to be set out straight or I'm going to be doing it. Where the heck did my book go? Okay, I do have it. Cracking is going to be something like this. Hopefully there's enough room to get like through, like, how many are in that thing? I forget. 8. Light oil is going to take an awful lot of stuff to do, and I want to leave at least a little bit of room to play with. And I know this is not going to be even remotely centered, but that's fine. I'm going to put it like right there and right there. We'll see if that's going to be enough. And then again, we'll take that same, whoop, nope, quit. Same deal, same thing you just had. Where did it go? I'm getting so bad at this. And then we'll do something about like this down here, and this will be for the heavy oil. Is that kind of lined up? Go down a little bit more. I'm kind of putting them far apart in case I decide I want to put beacons, because a beacon is about this big. So if you do something like that, and then you do, is that 8 of them? Yeah, that's 8 of them. That's about as big as a beacon is. That way you can beacon both sides of this thing if you want to, and be able to run things a little bit faster. So boom, cool. All right, need to lay all these down. Give me a second. Circuits are done. Let's go ahead and grab something else. Sure, I will take everything that's on that line, and then we'll maybe set that up for the end of the episode. So give me that. Yellow science is this. I did go ahead and work on that. I need to go ahead and get that set up. Uranium mining is its own different thing. You have to research that, and then we, again, in order to be able to unlock the processing, have to mine uranium. I want to get into at least doing that as fairly soon, because we need to start collecting as many of the 238s, I believe, 238s, 237, whichever one the really light green ones are. I always forget. As soon as possible. So we'll get that going. We'll get that going. I did go ahead and add a few things to our grid, so we do have all the stuff ready to go as far as being, well, I guess I could even, for that matter, get ready to start crafting that. Where is that? I'm going to have to, next time back at base, I'm going to have to craft one of these. But, yeah, we'll be going from there. Let me continue on. Great, we have blue ones now, and they somehow managed to get around everything and make an absolute mess out of this. Awesome. I didn't realize they were going to somehow come over here. Where did they come from? mean, I know I've got a bunch of them over here. They must have walked right past that. Huh, nice. Okay, well, I got a mess to clean up. Lovely. Alright, so they're coming from way up there. Where are you guys going? That batch is coming from up here, so they're walking in like this. Uh-huh. Let's do a little bit of goofing real quick. I know I'm recording, but I'm going to go ahead and drop in a little bit of support. We picked up a couple of turrets. They're coming in from way up on top, and again, I'm not really too interested in trying to make this just mandatorily awesome or trying to kill bugs, but what I do want to do is at least attempt to keep them somewhat entertained while we do a little bit more research. Am I down to that point? Ooh. Yes, please. And discharge defense is kind of whatever unless you're in a tank. But we'll do that. I can make those now. We do have a line connected. No. Connect a line, please. There you go. And then I'm going to put one of these down right here. And I'm going to put a radar to irritate the crap out of them. And what's left of the laser turrets that I currently have on me, which should be enough. So, nope. And for giggles, since I have a bunch of these left over, we'll just do, like, say, that. And I'm going to throw in, you can have 50, and you can have 52, and you can have half of what I've got on myself. And then we'll just leave them alone for right now. We'll just, I'm not trying to build outposts. I'm not trying to build anything right now completely. I just want to give them something to run at and kind of just die. Yes, I know, all these crowds over here starting to become a little bit of fun. We haven't had much for fun, so I kind of wanted to make a little bit of fun, maybe, I don't know. But anyhow, we'll let those run. I have more works to do back at base. If they'd let me get it done, I'd be nice and stop making so much pollution. Okay, I think I've made enough of a mess at this point in time. We can kind of fiddle around and turn some stuff on. So we have, what did I say, about 16 of these over here, 16 of these chemical plants that are going to be doing nothing but cracking light oil into petroleum gas. I have 8 of the chemical plants going to crack the heavy oil into light oil, and we have 2 chemical plants up here that are going to produce the lubricant for us. I've gone ahead and shut off the fluids going into here, so these should all be pretty well empty and mad at me, or at least whatever. And we do have a little bit of a circuit condition I want to kind of play with here. This is very simple, so I ran a little bit of a line. I like to plug the valve right straight into the system that's going to be working with things, and while we then need to kind of connect a few things, what I'll usually do with this, since this is going to be pretty much producing the stuff that I need to be getting rid of, it's going to go right straight into that. So it'll go right straight into here. Any kind of heavy oil will go right straight into this deal without going into anything else. And the output of this, of course, will get placed into this tank over here once I figure out where I want to run that to it. So maybe about right there. Can we get through that nightmare mess? If we do this, we probably can. Almost. Got it. Good deal. Okay. So we're going to read from both of these tanks. This will be the light oil. This will be the heavy oil. I'm going to come down here and tell this thing with a little bit of logic based off of here. You go to that. And you go to that. This is the heavy oil. I want to enable read heavy oil for... if it's greater than... I don't know, 10,000 right now. Turn on. Sounds good to me. And the same thing here. You're going to enable. Go ahead, do light oil. And I'm going to say, again, here, 10,000. Just for now. The reasoning why is that we're going to need to be able to make things. And I want to have a decent buffer for making things. But now all I should have to do is go up there and turn those, those refineries on. But first, we drink coffee. Let's go. All right, if you've got any oil left in you, I'm sorry. Nope, we should be good. So that needs to go to this. Did that automatically connect? Yes? All right. And those have their own water supply, so then we just plug this back in and let it go to work. You guys shouldn't be doing that. Did I say greater or less than on this one? Greater. Excuse me. Greater. Stop it. Nice. Alright, so we'll be making... How fast is this? There, 10 a second. That's not awful. That'll be fine. We'll just use up that until it stops. If I need to put a little bit more of this in, we'll put a little bit more of this in. But that was the last part we needed to be able to make a robot. So let's plop down a robot blueprint, one that I've had for a while and modified. I don't remember who the heck I got it from, but I have modified it once again to make it work and do what I want it to do. We're going to put that about right there, I think. Bang. And then I need to plug all of this in. This thing does everything I need it to do. I forget how many bots it actually makes a minute, but it does all the things you need it to do, including making the robot thingy, majigger, whatever you want to call it, whatever these are. Those things. Roboports. I need more of those. Let me get that laid down, and then we can go on. I had to make this stupidly compact and tight in here, but it did finally get to work. So we should have everything we need to go. I do love these new little toys, these display panels. Now that you now that you can't do the same thing with some of the other stuff that we used to do, but at least we can do a few things. So you should need some pipes. Where are the oh, why did you do that? How come I have, oh, because I had double belts. Hang on. Just go ahead, throw some of that stuff in there. You guys make some engines. And then once those are done making engines, those will start making the electric motors. When those electric motors are done, we should start making the robot frames. And there should be plenty of stuff all the way around once it gets sorted. This is a fairly slow process. Not like it's not massively slow, but it's reasonably slow. I'll go ahead and just dump some of the junk that I've got in my inventory on you guys. And then let's see. So all of that should be good. I think the only thing I want to do is maybe a couple of these here and there. We'll put you right there. And yeah, that's not great, but we'll do maybe another one right there, another one right there, another one right there, and another one right there. I have a really bad habit of wiping out the, when I place down my blueprints, I tend to wipe out the power lines because they do this garbage now. And sometimes it just replacing and placing will get them to stop doing it. To be fair, I could probably do something like that. Maybe even move it down one. Let's see. But yeah, here fairly soon from here on out, we're going to start doing nothing but use those for our power power stuff. I'm going to start making all of my blueprints, all of my stuff based around those, so I don't have to worry about it. This one we could probably make it work, but is what it is. Now, I need you to not make those right now. So, how are we doing? What are we waiting on? Just time. Oh, we're already making them. Aha! I'm an idiot. Like, what the heck? Where is all the robot frames going? Well, they're being in here. So I do have a little bit of logic, just a teeny tiny amount of logic here that is going to count the amount of, I guess it's total all, if I recall correctly, if I look in here, I'm counting all the total of the logistical bots as well as total of the construction bots. We could do available, here and there, but I'm not really worried about those right now. So next step is I need to craft one of the personal robo ports, wherever the heck that thing is. I can do that, please. And oh boy, that took a bunch of gears. As soon as we do that, we'll have the magic of robots being able to help us build stuff and things. And I'm going to start getting some of these logistical things going. But as soon as that's good, and as soon as we have about, say, 30 or 40 of those guys, we'll go ahead and start making the base magical. And a roboport, click, and go. Thank you very much. Nice. So now, I can do things. Like, stop doing dumb crap. Anyhow, let me see. Yeah, like, stop doing dumb crap. Good luck with that. All right. Where are you guys? We need to go ahead and slam some of these down. Get this little process going. And from now on, we're probably going to stop doing the majority of science. Like, I'll maybe go ahead and knock out some of this other stuff, but pretty much what we're going to do from now on is expand this out into the production levels that I need it to be so that we can get a few things done and at a reasonable pace. I want to be able to run, I think, something like 20 of these things. And we're going to be running 20 with, however many modules we can put in them. And as soon as we get effect transmission, we're going to be speeding them up and doing all of those kinds of things. So I think for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it down and plop a bunch of these down and start adding in just some goodness here and there. This is about all the base I think we're going to need. Granted, yes, I know we don't have the fancy logistics, and I'm kind of sad about it, but it'll be okay. We'll live for now and not have to worry about it. Can I get one over in here somewhere? I may have to move a few things around. You go there, and I don't think that'll fit in here, but it can go like right there. And you need power pole. Go ahead. And then one more of those, maybe like right there. That's a good spot. Okay. So we should have logistical coverage of all of our current functioning things, which means I can do Where is it? Green thing. No, no. Steel chest. To that chest. Thank you. And then do this. About where? There. And then bang. And they'll go take care of that problem for us. Cool. All right. And then I need to put down... Where are we going to put these? Let's put these... Let's put you guys, like, right... there. Here they all come. Excellent. I am so glad to have robots. So glad to have robots. Oh, and they're removing the trash. Nice. All right. How many do we have total? We have 30 in that one, 19 in there. I'm going to take everything we've got right now except for that. I'll keep about 50 on us. Then this can go to work making those. That's perfectly fine. These are set to, what is it, this much, that much. Nice. All right. Cool. Like I said, now what we can do, what we're going to do is I'm going to start modifying the base, start building out outposts, probably going to go throw a few of the, probably put one roboport with some repair stuff right up here, just so that they'll leave those guys alone. And yeah, I think we should be okay for the moment. So for now, I think what I'm going to do is, again, we'll leave all this alone for now, and I'm going to spend a fair amount of time building and outposting and stretching this sucker out so we can make things. So until then, I will see you all later. Thank you so much for watching. I'm enjoying this mess, and I think here fairly soon, once we get a little bit more of that done, we'll be looking at space science and going into outer space. And I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time studying that. So see y'all later.